Mary Kate's three-step formula to manifesting money, shifting to a point of power. And this is part 3 analysis.
Manifestation Mojo to live the life of your dreams. Yes, Mary Kate's three-step formula for manifesting money teaches us how to shift to a point of power, and that's required to allow abundance of money to flow. Manifesting money using the law of attraction, or let's say LOA, accelerated with subliminal vibrational audience through the happiness code. And you can find the happiness code in the description.
In the first couple videos that we've made already, we talked about alignment, which is getting your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions all in alignment. The second video was on priming the brain. And that Mary Kate, she defines it as feeding the brain, feed it with the right thoughts, like in demand it. So what this video is going to be about is shifting to a point of power, which then will be followed by the last video, the final step 4, which is going to be turning on the faucet of manifestation.
Yes, just so we understand is that feeding the brain, it's important to feed it the right thought. So we're going on to shifting to the point of power because we're already fed our mind with good solid thoughts. What is shifting? What is shifting to the point of power? Can you explain that a little further?
Let's just say my whole history, when I would try and keep my thoughts aligned and think about the right things and believe what I'm telling myself is actually true, and then take actions on it. And shifting to this point of power is getting me to, let's say, believe it with concrete that I have control, I'm in power, I can do everything. And no matter where my brain goes, I'm able to realign it with certainty. That would be the definition.
So really, doubts and fears sometimes become pretty powerful if you have negative thoughts. Is that true? Isn't that true that if you are trying to shift it to a point of power and you're trying to produce good things, but you have doubts and fears and stuff, that you might be shifting it to a powerful weakness? Do you think that's possible?
I know that when in the most recently and in the past, and a lot of people, it's always negative things like the problem is I can't because, and when you continue thinking about those thoughts, you believe them. Well, you believe them anyways. That's why you're thinking about them, but they grow. And so being mindful of what you're thinking about instead of the negative things, let's move to the more positive, shifting our brain or our body or whatever to this point of power that gives us the ability to decide what we're thinking about. Instead of thinking about negativity, no, I'm not going to have any part of that. I want to think about the positive things. I want to think about the good things. And by bringing those in alignment and priming my brain with these good thoughts, or the thoughts of the things that I want, we have 2 examples of that, of an Audi and some money. And we'll get into that in here in just a second.
Yeah, that's right. Well, since you mentioned it, get some money, I wanted to manifest $10. I didn't say $9. I didn't say $8. I didn't say 11. I said $10. And the next day I got the letter in the mail and it says, get $10 by making a phone call. I made the phone call and the $10 has showed up. In fact, I used the gift certificate yesterday, or the gift card. You got to feed your brain, and I shifted myself to where, hey, this was really going to happen. So I was in the power position. I could see it, I could feel it, and I
Going back to what Mary Kate has defined as feeding the brain, it's telling the brain as it has already happened as a fact. And now going to the Audi story, I went to the Audi dealer. I sat in the car. I went to the dealership. I talked to the salesperson. We went for a test drive. I know what the dashboard looks like. So I can today grab a hold of that steering wheel, and I took pictures of myself in this Audi so I can remind myself, put it on my vision board, right? My screensaver, hold the steering wheel and say, the new car smell. I can see, and these are my five senses. I can smell the new car. I can see the dashboard. I can feel the engine roaring. I can hear the engine roaring as it's going down the street, all those things. Now, switching gears, let's say that I want $10,000 a month in my business. So let's put that and tell the brain, as it's already happened, as it's a fact, that I have $10,000. Now, that is a little bit
is
more
that an
difficult.
easy thing to do?
No, it's more difficult. Well, let's just say it's easy. The thinking about it is easy, but to actually do it is more difficult. And so here is a couple of ways that I have thought which might work out. So I can, again, in front of my computer, close my eyes. And I've been online on my bank statement before. Okay. So I could do this, close my eyes, do the same thing, open up my bank account, and look at what would be different is I would see 4 zeros at the end of whatever numbers in front. And I can imagine myself not, seeing that, but what is also important, the small steps, is the small deposits going in alignment. I'm thinking about it. I believe that I can have small things, small deposits like your $10 gift card. And the actions that I'm taking got little places that people can go and do some more research and buy something like the happiness code. And if you have, thank you very much, because Stan and I, we make a little bit of money off of that, which is for our channel growth. Stan, you took in money because you made the phone call for the $10 gift card. That was an
That's right.
action.
Money could drop from the sky, but the possibility that you do a little something, and you, as long as you believe that it's going to appear, you have this shift into the power, everything's aligned, and you've primed your brain for it. It should absolutely manifest, even though there is still a fourth step. But
So let me get into here, okay? Because a lot of people believe that there's a step A and there's B. We want to get to B. And B seems to be this great big thing like an Audi, 10,000 a month. And right here, I'm right here right now where I'm not there yet and going on this journey, and it hasn't been a direct path. And you just never know how the universe or how whatever this will just show up. And another short story here is Darren Hardy. He has a Darren Daily that I listen to in California, Northern California. We look up on the top of the hill, and you would see this great big house in San Francisco. And says, I wanted that house. And one day, who knows what, and he wasn't even thinking about it. He wasn't trying to buy that house. He just said that he wanted it. And as time went on, he was doing his real estate thing, and he saw a sign that said open house. So he followed the path. He followed the path of this open house, and through blocks and through miles, ended up at this dream house that he wanted, and he was able to buy it. Now, he didn't know that house was for sale at that time. He didn't know that was the house that the open house and the signs were pointing to, but he threw it out there in the universe, and he said, I want that house, and it manifested. He took some action because he saw the sign, but he wasn't knocking on the door. He didn't go straight to letter B. It was an indirect path.
she says that you should decide from the version of you who already has it. Now, to me, that is interpreted as fake it until you make it. Now,
Uh,
what's the difference between fake it until you make it and shifting into power? Or is there any difference?
well, faking till you're making it. I have heard that so many times when I was in network marketing years ago. And they say, look, we know you're not there yet. You're not the vice president. You're not making that kind of money, but pretend you are. And the conscious mind says, okay, I'm going to pretend, I'm going to say all my affirmations. But like in our last video, we says the subby is not going to, doesn't always accept it, says, no way, you're not making that yet. Faking it till you make it is a mindset of pretending that you're already there, shifting into a point of power and giving your brain that belief. I'm in my Audi here in my desk. I've been there. I can smell it. Seeing the $10,000 in my account, I have not. So am I faking it till I make it? Not really. I'm not. I'm not that $10,000 person. However, I am doing what I need to do in order to get there because I believe.
Yeah, but
I know without.
if you're putting on the clothes and you feel like you are the 10 grand person,
Well,
well, isn't that as real as anything? It
but I'm
doesn't the
not
subby
faking
come to
it.
believe
Okay.
that.
Well, but I'm not faking it for other people.
That
Okay.
you're all right, you're
That's the
right.
difference.
Okay,
When they
now
say fake it till you make it, they're talking about, to other people.
to other
Change your
people.
mindset so you behave differently to other people.
So
Making
it's you're in one you're making an impression on somebody else, and the other one you're just believing it within yourself.
exactly. I'm
I I
I'm
I, I
I'm
you
telling
got it.
myself, okay, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be at 10 grand a month, that I'm capable of being there. Okay.
All right.
I deserve it. You guys deserve it out there, whatever you want. I mean, you can have it too. It's again, you've got to get into alignment, which is the first video. The second video, which is priming the brain. So the brain is ready to accept it, putting yourself into this point of power, which is controlling the brain. So you believe without a doubt that this is coming for you. And that
Just like we thanked everybody for
the
helping.
last video we're going to make on Mary Kate's three steps is turning on the faucet. Turning on the faucet, it's kind of like water. You turn it on and everything flows out. And we're going to get into that in depth in our next video. So make sure that, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe or click the like button, whatever you'd like to do is fine with us, because we're going to make the video. And we're just super excited to be able to come
To
up with this
help them
content for
out.
you.
Yes, we're excited to help other people out, and we really believe in that can happen for you. People understand that there's Mary Kate's video is where it originally came from, and this is what inspired us to do everything. So if look at check out her video as well. It'll be in the description box. Check out her video along with our other two. No, that's it. Have a great day and manifest your life.
All right. See you guys later.
Here is another video we think you will find valuable. Highly recommend you watch it. Go there now to help manifest what you want.